Are you going to main commentate?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, you go.
And welcome back to round 3 of the club competition. We have Manabu Nishi of the Yokohama playing against Mohamed Rizal Taib of the Jerome. It'll be interesting to see because both of these players played very well in the Open yesterday. And my co-commentary is the women's champion of yesterday's tournament, Catherine. Catherine, how are you feeling today after a long day on your feet?
I'm feeling good. It's good to be here, watching all the teams and seeing what's going on.
Yeah. So, unfortunately, your team isn't fielding a club today, the Sydney TFC, but still plenty of people who aren't playing today. She came back for a second day to support everyone in the club and then the later national events, which is going on. See how Rizal seems to be pushing up the field, but Manabu is making steady pace, even though he's got a very spread back line on his defenders. He's got 2 on the edge of the box, which is unusual to see, but controlling the midfield is going to be interesting, considering he's only got 2 in there. But Mohamed is very clinical with his precise flicks, making those blocks really well, making it hard for Manabu to get in there through that gap in the centre. Just little tentative strikes. No one wants to be the one to rock the boat so far. Just watching all the other tables in this group. We got Vikas playing against Kenzo. We have Rudy against Miyaki Nishi and Bernard Lim against Inadori Manabi. So it's going to be interesting.
What
good
a save.
strike. Very hard strike. Hit the keeper very hard on. But he was equal to it. So it's the first strike of the game. Let's see how many more they'll be able to manage in the last 12 minutes of this round.
Well, some quick play there from Mohamed to get in that quick shooting range.
Yeah, it's interesting that he's building up the strikes well, and yet Manabu has sort of left his back line quite open. There's a bit of space for movement there.
See how that goes in the long term.
Yeah, he's lining up again. Oh, sorry about that. He's trying to line himself up, but it's a change. Oh, and it's gone all the way back to the other end.
Got a goalkeeper foul.
Yeah. His keeper has stayed out. So he's got the count of 5 until he's allowed to pull him back in. But I don't think that Mohamed's going to be pushing for that. Yeah. So Manabu just pull his keeper back, get the stick back. Of course, the referee for this competition is Tim, who is the under-20s champion yesterday after a long, arduous game that went all the way from full time to golden goal to penalties. Unfortunately, we had to cut that stream short due to time restrictions here, but we will be posting the full penalty shootout on our Facebook page, APFA and Festive LinkedIn. It was an amazing game to watch. Yeah, we're lining up the shot. Oh, just near post. But I think it's going to be a goal kick. Give both of them time to resets. Now it's going to be interesting to see who is going for more of an attacking style. So Mohamed has set up his back line as standard, but Nabu seems to be very keen on winning the ball down the wing, down that right line. placed it well in between his three players. As you can hear, there's shouts throughout the room of people scoring on other tables.
Common theme from this competition.
Many middle-aged men celebrating their goals, but it's hard not to when you score a goal after many minutes of tense build-up, leaning over a table. You just got to release that energy somehow. A little too far, probably. Let's see what he can do, because he's got two players that are sort of snooking. So, yeah, it's going to be an easy turnover. Mohamed has got it back. Up the line. Flick. Manabu's not getting him an inch. He wants to really block off that wing. He's getting ready for it. It's a change. Is he going to try and force it here? Oh, it's a change again.
Another change.
Just little tentative flicks. Moving around.
Just
It's
overhit
gone
that
a bit
one.
too far. Mohamed's taking more of an aggressive approach on the wing, just couldn't get that angle right. Going for the long flick. Ooh, did he touch the ball first? I think so, the ref agrees. Lining it up, shootable. Just putting it wide, but it does go for a corner. Of course, as those of you who don't know, with every corner set piece, you get 3 positional flicks, so as if people are running into the box, and then so the attacker makes 3, and then your defender makes 3, and then you set up for trying to deliver the ball into area. Oh, that's gone a bit further back than I think you would have wanted. Oh, I think it's gone onto the blue. It's gone onto Manabu's. No. Oh, just missed that long flick, but whether he wants back or play on is going to be interesting. Oh, it's a back. Nah, and you can't force it across the 2 quarters, so it becomes Manabu's ball. And an update in one of the other games of this group, Vikas has gone 1-0 up. Vikas January has gone up against Kenzo Koi. So that puts the Geelong Central Superior Club 1-0 on aggregate. As we know, every single round is going to matter in this competition. Little tentative touches there. He's put the ball really well through. There's an opening. Oh, well saved.
What a save.
Just very tight on the edge. I know a couple of the people around here have been complaining about tight legs, so not as much movement around the table from everyone, but they're going to have to dig deep as we've got this club competition, and then we've got the nationals later on in this evening. So it's quite a few hours of moving around the table, both as players and refs, because remember, everyone does take turns as refereeing games here, and you're moving around just as much, if not a bit more strenuous, because you've got to make some big decisions when you're refereeing against people who are both friend and foe. Manabu's got to be cautious that his back line is quite open right now, so he just doesn't want to lose possession. Oh no, just like that he's given up a free flick in, sorry. Rizal looking to capitalise, but he's also got quite a few players. Oh, I think he's missed that. Takes a bit of stress off of Manabu.
Another update in these rounds of games. Rudy Hester has gone 1-0 up against Nishi.
So that puts the Geelong Central Superior Club 2-0 up against Yokohama in aggregate. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to really take some digging deep from Yokohama to get something back. But still 5 minutes left in this half. All they have to do is just not let the panic set in, because they've still got 20 minutes of game time to go. Nabu's delicately up. Just a smashing by Mohamed. Nabu's really trying to take his time getting this up the wing. Mohamed Rizal has not left much space in his back line, but he can just be patient enough. The goal that comes in the first 30 seconds is worth just as much as the goal that comes in the last 30 seconds of the game. Little tentative touches. I think that's gone completely out. Yeah, flick in. Rez seems to be trying to move down that right hand line. Just put a man down the wing. Now he'll get some space. Where's he going to put it? I reckon in somewhere into the second quarter. Yeah, not too bad. Maybe a little bit further forward would have been better for him. He's making some efforts. He's doing really well now. He's gone to switch the line. Flicked it really well into his other figure. Stops the ball for him. Can he get it through the central alley? Now Manabu's defenders are all out of space, and it's shootable. He's taking his time. Oh, just blocked by a defender, so it becomes corner. Oh, sorry, goal kick. Sorry, I saw that wrong.
Ball must have deflected off his own player.
Yeah, I think it must have. Good spot by the referee there. Tim's keen-eyed youngster, but he does know the rules a lot better than some others here, including myself. Reset again with just under 2 minutes to go. Now it gets interesting, because players, when the timer comes down, they tend to get a bit more aggressive, especially when they really need those goals for their team. And just an update in the other game, Rudy Hester has gone 3-0 up against Miyake and Nishi. So that game, well, not completely lost, it's going to be very tough for them to overturn that, so that sort of secures 1 point at least for Geelong. So, but it's still 0-0 in 2 other games, including this one.
Also, if Yokohama was to come back, the goal difference of 3 goals would play a crucial part.
Yeah,
so
you're right. Rudy getting those 3 goals makes a real big difference, because we do go to goal difference if it is all tied up. So when progressing to the next round, that could make a significant part. You're right. Yeah, less than 50 seconds to go now. Rizal's just taking his time. I think even though he's been the stronger player, had more shots, he's still, I think, a bit more relaxed. Means Manabu is going to take a chance. Is he going to line himself up here? He's lining himself up for a shot. It's a second touch. Lining it up.
Go.
It's a go. Is it in?
Is it in?
And just checking with the referee, no, it was not a goal there, but it did look like on our screen. Alright, half time, we'll be right back with the updated results of the other groups. See you.
Welcome back to the second half. There's been a fair few updates in terms of this round of games. We've got Jurong Central Subudio Club up 3-0 on aggregate in terms of games they're winning. Rudy Hester is up 4-0 against Makaya Nishi. And Bernard Lim is 5-1 up against Hideron Manabu. And the other game is still...
I managed to get around to the other groups again, where Melbourne Table Football is playing against the Tumbleweeds, where at halftime the scores are Luke Radazimski was 2-0 up against Adrian Elmer, Adrian Connolly and Nick Bill was 0-0, Benji Batten was 1-0 up against Frank Kozerin, and Nathan Urbanich was 0-0 with Reg Wilson, which puts Melbourne Table Football 2-0 up on aggregate against the Tumbleweeds. So then there was also updates on the other game, the other club comp, which was the
Northern Falcons versus the Northern Phoenix. We've got Adrian Grumbach up 1-0 against Beth Everline. And then we've got Robert Green 1-0 against Christos. Then we've got Jonty did play the first half against Nathan Hurd, who was up 1-0 and has been subbed out for Elliot Kennedy. So we'll see if Elliot can turn that game around.
Yeah, I reckon he's got it in him.
And then, so that puts Northern Falcons up 3-1 on aggregate as it stands.
Yeah. And then the final comp that we're looking at is the Northern Line Flickers playing against the Singapore Lions, which puts them at 1-1 at halftime, with Ian Sampson 1-0 up against Den Mulia, and Nick McNeil and Meldovich Singh, sorry about the pronunciations here, at 1-1. And Conrad Mudge was losing 1-0 to Ashley Tan. So 1-1 on aggregate them, but it's going to be interesting to see how the second half turns out, because it's been really tight with a lot of, in the first two rounds we've had quite a few draws with some teams. I know the Falcons last round managed to scrape by against Singapore with a draw, 2-2 draw on aggregate, but again, if it comes down to the facts of how many draws there are, goal difference is going to play a part in this overall. So stay tuned for the updates on the Facebook page as well with the results of every game. Back to Manabu. It's just moving again very slowly. Neither one of these players tends to play a very fast game, but they are very clinical in their movements up and down the wing. He might struggle a little bit here. He's got one man on the wing, but just falls short of it there. So Rizal has got a shooting opportunity. Oh, it's just saved, I think.
Should be a corner.
Yeah.
And it is.
Well done. The referee's just discussing with them.
And change to a goal kick.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Been overturned by the referee. And he is the law around here, so we must respect his wishes. So there's been a goal on the other table by Nick Brill. Be interesting to see how that changes the lineup. That would put the Tumbleweeds at down 2-1 against Melbourne Football. So still not enough for a draw, but there's plenty of other games to go for that. There's still Nathan Urbank of the Melbourne Table Football Club against Richard Wilson. Is a 0-0 game right now. So all Richard Wilson needs to do is get one goal and to tie it up. Rizal's got a little bit of space here to work with. I think he's found a gap. Just a little bit of an overflick, and it's a goal! Oh, well done.
Wow. That was some little bit of sped up intensity from Mohamed, and it's paid off for him.
It's impressive. That means that Geelong Central are leading all 4 of their games. So Vikas is leading 1-0 against Kenzo. Mohamed Rizal has just put himself up 1-0 against Manabu. Rudy Hester is 5-1 up against Mikai Nishi, and Bernard Lim is 5-1 up against Hidenori Manabu. But good to see a goal opening up in this. Will this be the floodgate that either opens up more shooting? Because I reckon that it's going to make Manabu even more desperate for a goal, and maybe they'll just commit some players a bit more forward, but right now it looks Mohamed. Mr. Rizal is lining up on the line. It's just wide, but that makes it a bit harder for Manabu to do anything about it.
And we've got another update. Rudy Hester is now up 6-1 against Mikai Nishi. So
lining it up. He's got a shot here. Rizal.
Just missed wide.
It looks like overall Geelong Central is going to have a clean sweep in this round against Yokohama. They are a pretty stacked team with very high-ranked players. So this one seems to be a bit of an easy round for them, but nothing's ever certain. And they do have to go on playing some pretty competitive clubs in the next round. We'll wait for the next draw. Manabu's taking his time.
Some good defensive flicks from Mohamed to just make Manabu re-question his tactics of how he wants to get around Mohamed's backline.
Manabu may have just gone a bit too central. He's made it a bit too hard for himself there. It's a goal kick because you can't force unless both players and the ball are all in the same quarter. So it's going to be a reset. 7 minutes to go in this game. He's going a bit more aggressive. He's got 4 players up the wing, up the field.
We got a
few desperate defensive maneuvers by Manabu there, but I think that Rizal senses that he can get another goal if he just presses the defensive line a little bit more. It's shootable.
Oh, what a save.
Really good save.
Another update. Rudy Hester is now up 7-1 against Mikai Nishi.
Yeah, I'm assuming that might have been a bit of a sacrificial matchup.
Yeah.
But hoping that it would pay off. Oh. Okay, Nishi scored against Rudy Hester, so it's 7-2 in the game. But still very, very hard for Yokohama to do anything considering the arsenal of players that they have. Oh, it's lined up.
What a save. Just probably need a little bit more power from Mohamed.
Yeah, a bit more of a chip as well, not so direct. Either slow balling it or putting it into one of the corners with a chip is really what you need here. Considering how the size of all the goalkeepers nowadays, they're going to stop any straight shot.
Yeah.
I think Rizal senses a bit of nervousness because he's forced Manabu into a pretty uncomfortable situation where Manabu either has to sit back and accept his defensive position and risk not scoring, or he has to commit forward and open himself up. But right now he's just been backed into a corner. I don't think he's got much choice. and is forced out for a corner.
You could probably say in this game that Mohamed has done most of the attacking, with Manabu getting some shots here and there, but it's been pretty dominant from
Yeah, I would
Mohamed.
agree. It sort of shows just the strength of the Geelong club. They are
does.
regular competitors in Asia. They practice every other week. Very strong united. They're one of the ones who are going to be very tough for other teams to bring to... Oh, stand up. Oh. Ref's just positioning him outside. Oh, he wants it back. Shootable?
And we got a goal.
No, I
Oh,
don't think we
no?
do, because I think it hit his other attacker first.
Oh.
I think Tim's saying that it hit the other attacker first, so it's going to be no goal there. So it's going to be a free kick the other way.
Good call from the ref there.
Yep, a really good call from Tim.
And Rudy Hester is now up 8-2 against Miyake Nishi.
That looks a little bit mean.
Yeah.
You can hear the screams around the room.
Yeah.
Some very built-up goals happen.
Down the back. Now, I don't know if that screen was a goal or if it was a shocking miss. Like, wasn't...
It can be hard to tell
Yeah.
the difference between ecstasy and agony sometimes.
Yes.
Manabu's taking his chances, pushing up the field a little bit, but again, Rizal's just punishing him for any missed spaces there. Manabu with his finger ready to make the defensive flick, but he's lined it up pretty well, but he just blocked by anything. He's going to have to go with a long flick, I reckon. Oh, one's back there. Can he get it? Just falls short. Just not enough polish.
It's now 9-3 between Rudy Hester and Miyake Nishi, so bit of a goal fest over there.
Yeah, not the way that I think Yokohama envisioned this round going, but still they've made some valiant efforts. Considering Miyake has still scored 3 against Rudy Hester, it's been a pretty valiant effort to put 3 past him, considering how tough an opponent he is. Just a set piece here. There's a foul, yeah. Lining up.
Good block there.
Well blocked, but it's shootable. I think to see. Yeah, he's going to go with one there. And it's lined up possibly pretty well for him here.
Oh. Hit the post.
Yeah, and out for a foot hit. Yeah, I think the ref saw what we saw, which is it did not touch any figures, it just touched the post, so it becomes Manabu's ball. They're in deep discussion about it.
Maybe they were discussing when it came off the
The
post.
only thing I could think of is that, it's a handball. That's what I was thinking. It could have been a handball.
Oh.
That's insane. I haven't seen one of those in quite some time.
No.
Although, Catherine, you did have a penalty yesterday.
I had 2 penalties yesterday.
Yesterday.
Both
That's
for
insane.
handball.
So, in the 4 tournaments that I've done media
Oh no,
for,
it's no penalty. It's an indirect free kick.
oh, indirect, sorry. So it just occurred on the penalty spot.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. We're just because there's no direct communication with us and the referee.
Yeah. Oh,
And
and
it
he
is a
scored
goal.
anyway.
Rizal gets another goal, and the punishment that Geelong is putting on Yokohama is continuing. Luckily, there's only 10 seconds left to go, but unfortunately, the goal tally is quite skewed one way here.
Yeah. And that's the game.
That'll be it. Thank you very much for joining us. We'll be starting the next round in a few minutes. Thank you very much and see you soon.
Thank you.